So they'll be calling you a radical. So, speaking of lip syncers, now where did the greatest rock and roll song in history? That'd be Stairway to Heaven, Kevin. 311. Now who? Danny California, rest in peace. Isn't that who? Wasn't that who wrote that? Torres. So the Department of Energy, activists from all over the world are so outraged by this speech yesterday in Vienna by Jennifer Granholm. They are going crazy. Be interested if they tag this for copyright, being we know now that Zeppelin basically stole everything they ever did, you know. But I'll take it. Stairway to Heaven is a masterpiece. Let me dig this out. Should I have this out? I got my guitar here. I've got my cello. No, I haven't played my guitar and cello for a while. The Physical Graffiti. Who's that right there? Oh, it comes and goes. I'm just waiting on a friend. So, it'd be interesting if they copyright this because, you know, Whiskey A Go-Go on Balco, on Chemo. They stole this from Danny California. Rest in peace. Firstborn Unicorn. So, YouTube's turned into nothing but hardcore soft porn. Don't raise your voice. That's hate speech. So, environmentalists from around the world are pissed after Jennifer Granholm's insane speech yesterday, slamming cheap solar, slamming cheap wind, and propping up. She calls, we don't need a silver bullet approach to nuclear energy. We need a buckshot. When everybody in the world is done with the United States Department of Energy. They're done. They're done. You know, Rick Perry, Jennifer Granholm, you go all the way back, 76 years of their reign, their lip syncing. Oh, it's over. Everybody's on to them. They're on to the global community, the world community is the United States and their consumption junkie freak show. We make up less than 4% of the world's population. We're consuming over half. Consumption junkies, what's your function? They are nothing more than lip syncers for the nuclear energy crime syndicate. That's all the Department of Energy. That's who invented it. That's who said, look it up. Look up Jeff Bezos' grandfather. Guys, he was the original spokesman. That's how it came to be. You know, they're 75 years old right now. They're 76 years old after the bomb. That's what they were, Price Anderson. That's just an unarguable fact. There's a reason. Epstein's ranch at Los Alamos. I mean, come on. If Jennifer Granholm, if Rick Perry, you know, maybe they can have an arranged marriage. Where's your crown? Does not prove to you Fukushima, they are nothing but lip syncers for the nuclear energy crime syndicate. That's all they are. They're lip syncers for the nuclear energy crime syndicate. That's all they are. That's who Jennifer Granholm is. That's for Rick Perry. These are puppets, propped up puppets. So environmentalists around the world are calling. Oh, I love that song. Nice. I don't believe what I just saw. My good friend Glenn Hubbard was on the field of that World Series in '88. Chavez Ravine. Remember that home run? Improbable. Impossible. Oh, there we go. David Lee Roth. I'm more of a... You David Lee Roth or are you a Van Hagar guy? Love them both, but I'm more of a Eddie. I got to go in 5150 in the studio with some people many, many years ago. God, when I walked out of there, I couldn't breathe for about freaking 3 days from cigarette smoke, but I'm a big Eddie Van Halen guy, but of course, anything he ever did. Remember when he did his great work with Michael Jackson? So they're nothing but lip syncers. Oh, look what they're starting with. Come on, finish what you started, Blanche. Come on. You want a lover? You want a friend? Baby, I can be both of them. Sleep and dream is all I crave. I travel far across the Milky Way. To this cancer master for 10 years. I become a slave till we meet again some other day. Eddie? what we defend. I've been to the edge. I shouldn't look down. I lost a lot of friends there. I got no time. They're lip sinkers. They're lip sinkers. They're lip sinkers. They're like going to see Van Halen without Eddie. They're like going to see Journey without Steve Perry. They're like going to see Fleetwood Mac without Stevie Nicks. May the landslide bring you down. It's like going to see Leonard Skinner without Ronnie Van Zant. Mr. Saturday Night Special, you got a barrel that's blue and cold. You ain't good for nothing but put a man 6 feet in a hole. The needle and the spoon. Whiskey bottles and brand new cars. What's your name? What's that smell? It's a dead well. Carmel! They're lip sinkers. The United States Department of Energy are nothing but lip sinkers. Jennifer Graham Home is lip sinking. Rick Perry lip sync for the nuclear energy crime and the world community, so they're going to be making the decisions in Glasgow, in Milan, in Vienna, UK, South America. I'm not waiting on a lady. I'm just waiting on a friend. By the way, Luann, Mick Jagger's so-called girlfriend with the orange scarf, her and I grew up together. Really close friends. Legs taller than me. Go figure. Come on, Blanche. Finish what you started. Guarantee it gets copyrighted. Who's got his catalog? Who's got Michael Jackson? Who's got Prince as catalog? Think about Prince. Lower right mesentery, that's where my cancer was. He was Jehovah's Witness. They won't have cancer treatment. You do know that. Hanson, Muppets. They won't have it. They won't. Blood transfusion. You have lots of it. I think he was self-medicating. And it's just irony. A doctor rolls into town, unlicensed in the state of Minnesota, and he's dead that day. From L.A. Oh, Santa Susana, don't you cry for me. I came to Utah with a load of nuclear freaking hot radioactive. I'm not imagining no dragons. Waste from Santa Nofari. What's he talking about? Girls. Maybe. I see my gypsy. I'm going back to the Velvet Underground. You broke the chain. You promised lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff. May they see the dog and butterfly up in the air. The old man's words are true. No, child. Finish what you started, Blanche. The Post-Ignorance Project. The DOE is lip syncing. The Department of Energy, the Department of Energy are lip syncers for the nuclear energy crime family. It's like having your art in the New York City MoMA the last 30 years. Gatekeepers, Leon Black, Jeffrey Dubin, Glenn Tubin, The Public Be Dead, Anderson Vanderbilt Coopers, Graham Pappy. He was in Fukushima, Anderson was. So was Sanjay Gupta, MD. Remember? Meltdowns, they said 1,000 times. They come home after day 6 because the wind shifted over us. The international community has absolutely had it. We banned nuclear weapons are against the law. We got enough votes. I'm in Vienna a lot. Global 2000, I sent her an insane speech to them, and they're outraged. They're nothing but lip syncers. Here I go again on my own. Going down there. I grew up here in Utah and in PB. So with her, Connie, on the Jaguar, she passed away this year. 3 days down. How about Stephen Piercy's got cancer? They're San Diego guys. Round and round! The nuclear energy's crime suit is a bunch of rats. What an insult to a rat. They're lip syncing. Jennifer Graham Home. Steve Perry? No. What's that Perry from Texas? The ex-DOE. So environmentalists are calling for all over the world. I'm telling you. Milan! Glasgow, Scotland. Vienna, Austria. South America, UK, dancing in the streets. They'll be dancing down in Ogden, Utah. Our roads lead Ogden. They're lip syncing. The DLP, everybody's calling. You should hear them in the UN. They are so hot at Fukushima. Chernobyl. I talked to Gorbachev personally, twice in my life. Personally had conversations with him. Mikhail Gorbachev. The end of the USSR. Back to the USSR. Huh. Imagine that. The end was the invasion of Afghanistan and a nuclear energy meltdown. Chernobyl. Chernobyl's not in Russia. Ukraine. Kevin Blanche. The end of the old USA, now America. The invasion of Afghanistan and nuclear energy meltdown. The world has had it with the United States Department of Energy. So activists all over the world are calling for the dissolve. They won't even be the speaking part. You should hear them in Vienna. They got enough votes to ban nuclear weapons, but they're going to ban nuclear energy. I'm here to tell you. The world's going to ban it. Not in the U.S. And their uranium mines. Biden says, let's get nuclear subs in Australia, where the uranium tailings are on the indigenous people's lands. Same here in Utah. What's a centrifuge process? That's from Mr. McDonald. And I'm talking Doobie Brothers. In Ottawa, Canada, that's where Jennifer Graham Holmes from. So is Norm. And he's in L.A., Santa Susana. Little Nuki never hurt anyone, Governor Cox says. Okay. PBS, she goes off on Bill Gates yesterday on PBS. Look it up. The Department of Energy is nothing but lip syncers for the nuclear energy crime syndicate. That's all. They're lip syncing. Stay tuned.